The kids are all right and a little bit gay. Actually, more than a little bit gay. In a new study released from the J. Walter Thompson Innovation Group shared exclusively with Vice, 48% of teens asked to identify on the famous on the Kinsey spectrum, on a scale, you guys can take that online, which ranges from completely heterosexual, which is 0, to completely homosexual, which is a 6. And only 48% of them identified as heterosexual, and the rest were kind of on this spectrum of different gender identities, different sexual identities, sexual orientations, and I thought
just
that was
sexual orientations, right?
Yeah. Well, it was also people that go by different pronouns as well.
Ah.
Yeah. So this was just to put this into some context. They surveyed about 1,000 teens only nationally, so we can't really expand this on a global scale. But we're gonna speculate a little bit and see.
I think America's a little gayer than most places.
I think we're pretty gay.
Good Lord, he's telling me to confess to something?
Gay.
I think we're definitely pretty gay. And I think part of that, which we're going to discuss now, is our access to the internet, where that people that don't feel like they fit into a particular box have open access to go onto Tumblr, on Twitter, on Instagram, or whatever suits your fancy, and figure out where your community might be. And I, for one, spoiler alert, think that's really good. What do you think?
Homo.
I know.
Gay! Gay! Most people are a little gay, is what this means.
I don't think, but I will also say that...
Or they're super gay,
this
but
is
they're at least a little gay.
Yeah. So they're calling this Generation Z. That's what they're calling the generation.
And in Europe, they call it Generation Z.
So they're calling this Generation Z, and they're saying that they're more open than previous generations. But I just think it's because it's more acceptable as time has progressed. I don't think that this is, had we had the same sort of access, if we were where we are as a society today in like the 1900s, I still think that people would find themselves not wanting to be boxed in.
I don't believe this study.
At all.
The sources are weird. I believe the conclusions.
Yeah, it is
I just
limited.
don't like this study. When you start reading it, it's just like, what did we even ask them? Who did we ask? What did they say? And they don't tell you. The only graph that is available is this one, which just explains what the Kinsey scale is.
Yes. You can go to the study and see some of the questions.
Right, but they gave it exclusively to Vice, which is like the Fox News of like cool, what we think is cool.
All right, now fellas, yeah. Now what's cooler than being cool?
Having enough money to support your family.
I can't hear you. I say, what's cooler than being cool?
Having custody over my kids, seeing my wife again, living in a house, having money to pay for food.
Like they pick what's cool and then they prove that without really looking at anything else.
Yeah.
I have tons of problems with Vice. But I love the idea that most people are a little gay. And that's true, that bears out when I watch like MMA.
You and MMA.
MMA, I'm either too gay for MMA or I'm not gay enough. Because MMA, like if I was super straight, I'd be like, kick his ass, get on top of him, and you hit him. There's nothing gay about this. It's just guys fighting. I'm too gay to believe that. But I'm not gay enough to be like, yeah, this is hot. It's just like, stop hitting each other.
Look,
this is weird. You're literally trying to get your fist inside another man.
We've talked about this before. You're the only person I've ever heard this opinion of. MMA is one of the most, it's such a feat of athleticism. It's, I don't think it's gay at all.
I didn't say anything about how gay
gay.
it is. I'm talking about I'm too gay to like it or not gay enough.
Okay.
What's weird about this is there's also like a rhetorical fight going on.
Yes.
Of using the word queer. Because queer started as like, you're a queer, go die. And then now it's like, I am from queer studies. I'm in the queer studies department because we reclaimed that word.
Yeah.
And now this is being like, listen, 52% of kids out there are at least a little queer.
Well, here's what I interpret queer to mean. And I think that the good thing about this particular word is that it covers a huge umbrella of different meanings. It can mean something different to different people. So what it means to me is that you're just not you are acknowledging that you are on the spectrum of sexual orientation or gender identity. That's as I've come.
So what's a 1? Like, I think it's a 1 where I am where it's like, yeah, Brad Pitt, like.
Oh, you know what a 1
we
is?
got wasted.
A 1 is like, let's just spitballing here. A 1 is like a sorority girl who's out at a party and she's never thought about it before, but then there's this girl in the back of the bar with a snapback on that keeps looking her way, and she's tall and brown hair, and you've heard good things about her from your friends, and you're like, well, I don't know, maybe tonight.
As soon as I read this, I was like, Grace is gonna take this to bars now. Just be like, you're a little gay.
What do you think?
Get in my pants, you're a little gay. I've got a snapback.
No, I think 1 is actually what seems to be more common among people that maybe we know that might not identify as like, yeah, I'm queer, but they're like, I would.
Do you think, so did they give a breakdown of like men who say that they're a little gay versus women who say that they're a little gay? Because
I don't recall.
I looked for it. I didn't find it. What do you think is the answer? Do you think more men or women answer, I'm a little gay and above?
Women. Because I think it's more socially acceptable for women to say that they have hooked up with other girls because it's,
hot.
It's, yeah, honestly, like if a straight girl says that she's hooked up with another girl, then people, unfortunately, there's kind of this weird, like, the guys will be like, you did that for me. Yeah. Like, that was for me that you did that, It's very weird. And so there is a little bit of acceptance that girls get, whereas if a guy were to be like, yo, I was looking at Jeff.
Jeff, he was pissing in the Frosted Flakes.
Me and
Watch
Jeff.
another video.
And
Jeff.
so we made out a little bit. What do you guys think? They'd be like, why did you tell us that? Like, now you're making it weird, which is unfortunate because guys are just as attractive as girls are, I've heard.
That's not true. Do you think that's true? I think guys would be like, yeah, we're less attractive. Like, I find myself less attractive than a girl who's like the same number from 1 to 10 as me.
Yeah,
on a
I
scale.
do think there's something.
Right? Like Amir gets it.
Yeah, it's
like, there's like a girl who's a 6 is hotter than me. You know?
You think you're a 6?
I'll take my shirt off later.
Oh, that makes me
show
kind
you.
of. Anyway, so what do you guys think? There's a lot to talk about here in this study. I would encourage you to check it out for yourself, and just let us know what your analytics tell you. I think everyone's a little bit gay, and yeah, let us know in the comment section below. And we'll see you next time on Pop Trigger. Don't forget to check us out on watchable.com.